This is an interesting one, Section 18, railway crossings. In a lot of parts of Australia and in country towns, there's no longer railway crossings that are in use. They're out of use. Or in big cities, there are overpasses that go over them. But in some places, they still exist. And it's critical we obey railway crossings because we love watching videos of trains smashing into cars. There's some really awesome videos out there about that. As long as the people get out, it's okay. So, railway crossings. You can see them coming. You're given a warning, an advisory or a mandatory at least 50 to 100 metres prior. And sometimes on major highways, you've got flashing lights as well for the trucks to know that there's a train going to come through at the same time. So don't approach too fast. Approach with caution. You approach with caution and then you obey the automatic warning devices, which I've just mentioned a few, the automatic orange flashing lights and things like that. And of course, the crossing keepers that come down. You don't head over the rail line when you start seeing the red lights flash and you think, oh, beat this bastard, I'll go now. You don't do that. That's called failing to obey the crossing keeper. Crossing keepers, those big bars that come down. And also refers to the flashing red lights. Obviously nowadays with the modern technology, you've got cameras, they can catch you out anyway. But by all means, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't take risks. I knew a bus driver that was what the light crossing keeper was playing up, that had been stuck. It had been on for hours and flashing. So he took 100 people on his bloody bus near Armidale. He decided to go through the lights. He's got his mate to lift the bloody crossing keeper. He drove the bus through it, and a friggin' passenger train from Bunbury came flying through just as he got through. Could have killed everyone. It was a bit embarrassing for him because we're married to one of the boss's wives. But anyway, it happened, and it still happened to this day. Fast look both ways. We have to be an idiot to stop at a railway crossing, do everything right, then just drive off. Look both ways. Sometimes those flashing lights aren't working. Sometimes there's a train coming. Sometimes there's no flashing lights. It's just railway crossing signs, especially out in the country. Look both ways because you don't want to get splattered by a train. You're not going to come out fairest and best. That's very important. And of course, the failing to stop at the stop sign applies as well. There's a place in Fingal where there's a stop sign, and I sit there and park sometimes, stop my car to get on the phone, and I got the stop sign on my rear vision mirror, and out of 10 cars, 9 of them slow down a little bit. The 10th one might stop. But you know what? Out of 10 cars, you'd be lucky to get one stop at that bloody stop sign in Fingal. It's amazing. It's amazing. Why don't the cops get some revenue from doing that? There's just incredible the revenue they could make from doing that. But they won't because they have to live in the same small town. But if it says stop, that's what it bloody well means. There's a reason for it. You don't want the train to splatter you. You've got to stop. That's why you've got a licence. If you don't want your licence, don't stop at a bloody stop sign. As simple as that. Stop means stop. Don't worry about the bloke behind you. He can bloody stop too. Don't worry about him.